hard. My father has worked for 45 years, very hard, against, National Conference who were preaching plebiscite, who were going anti-India at that point of time. My father stood for Indian democracy all the time.
Okay, I'm going to go after this to meet the youth of Kashmir because they are the ones who are looking for real answers. What is it that you're offering the young person in Kashmir what is it that he needs or he or she needs? They need jobs, presumably. They want a better future. They want opportunities. What are you offering them?
First of all, Rajdeep, life with dignity and honor so that they are not branded as stone pelters, Lashkar Taiba, militant, and then give them, opportunities, create opportunities because God has, given us immense resources which we need to use for them and create job opportunities so that they can live with honor and dignity and, अगर इस स्टेट से बाहर भी जाएंगे they are respected, not, targeted as Kashmiris. That's what they need to have a life, izzat se, honor se, they are not hounded both within the state and outside the state. That's what we want to give them.
So you want to give them izzat. I'm going to go to them and ask them what izzat means to them and whether they're going to prefer you or Omar Abdullah to give them that izzat.
Well, that is their choice, and I mean, let me tell you one thing: the kind of this bravery our youth have shown the floods. I mean, my hats off to them because अगर जम्मू कश्मीर के लड़के नहीं निकलते, श्रीनगर आके यहाँ के लोगों को नहीं बचाते, मेरे ख्याल में we would have had thousands of dead bodies. So I salute the youth of Kashmir. And I think they are the ones who are going to lead Kashmir in future.
Okay, we will see what the youth of Kashmir have to say. Mehbooba Mufti, thank you very much as always. Sadly, there are just 2 cafe coffee days here in Srinagar. Not too many cafes at all in the city. I'm going to find out what the young of Kashmir have to think about elections 2014. Some of them are joining me very kindly. Hi guys, we're going to do this MTV style. So quick introductions.
Yeah, this is Ijaz Oyub from Srinagar and I'm a social activist.
I'm Haya from 92.7 Big FM. I'm a radio jockey.
Radio jockey, great.
I'm Manzoor Hassan, I'm a journalist.
Great.
I am also a radio jockey for 92.7 Big FM. My name is Nasir.
Hello, my name is Kuratulan Masoodi and I run an NGO called ARSH.
What is the biggest issue you think that confronts the youth of Kashmir? Corruption, unemployment, flood relief, or is it revocation of AFSPA? What do you think should be the top priority when the young have to vote in this election? Quickly.
I'm sorry, but the biggest challenge that we are facing is the sense of belongingness that India should give us.
I think unemployment and corruption, maybe, yes.
It's a sense of security. When people are secure and youth is secure, then everything else will actually work out.
I think it's unemployment plus post-floods. There was a lot of destruction. लोगों के घर तबाह हो गए हैं.
I think flood rehabilitation should be the first priority of the government. Second should be economic stability.
Who do you think is a better choice today for the people of Kashmir? Omar Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, Sajjad Lone, none of them, somebody else. Come on, this way. Now I'm going to start this way.
So if you talk about the election manifestos, I think People's Democratic Party has a clear vision.
So I would say somebody young and dynamic and who actually comes up to, I think Sajjad Lone.
As far as I have read all the manifestos, I think PDP has many things, for some new things, innovative things.
Let's offer chances to new people. I think Mehbooba.
How much are you giving Omar Abdullah on 10?
I think 7.5 should be enough.
That's quite high. Yeah?
Because he's been unlucky also.
I think he has been more of a listener and, practically we did not see, anything happening on ground.
Maybe an 8, but then his answers were washed away because of the floods.
So the first time I'm seeing in Kashmir photographs of the BJP, photographs of Modi. What do you think of Modi sahab?
So obviously he's the Prime Minister of India. I mean, his photographs and his pictures, they have to be in Kashmir. It doesn't mean that we are supporting Modi. We can never support Modi because we can never forget what happened in Gujarat.
Do you think Modi will bring development to Kashmir?
I do think so, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you
yes.
think Modi
I don't doubt that.
You don't doubt that. Would you therefore vote for the BJP?
Well, it depends. That's for that day to decide.
BJP is raising Article 370 and gaining the political mileage out of it. So I think they should stop.
Do you believe that there is that autonomy is part of the agenda, that anyone who wants to rule today in Jammu and Kashmir must in a sense be able to address the issues of autonomy, of alienation and aspiration?
Sir, I would just want to bring one thing. It's like our survival at the first place is very important. If they kill us, like, you know, if our innocent youth is killed, the basic thing is that we should survive to vote, to have aspirations, to have, you know, to have development.
If we talk about AFSPA, the thing about it is I want to have, you know, a state where I can live freely. I don't want a police wala outside my house 24/7 who checks my report card.
Should there be cinema theatres? Well, you know, should you not be able
Yes,
to go
from
to-
my side. Yes, yes, it has to be.
Definitely, everybody watches movies at home. Come on, you should accept
before
it.
all the militancy, whatever happened, we used to have cinemas. My father, my mother, elders in the family, they've gone and watched films. What's wrong in that?
But are you worried? No, but are you worried that the militants will say, no, we will not allow a cinema theatre to go ahead, we'll make it a single... No, not an
I don't think.
It's great listening to these young voices. I'm going to take a break. When we return on Ground Zero Srinagar, we're going to look at two aspects. One which in a sense reflects the past, and one which in a sense is a novel factor, something that suggests that there is change in the air here in the Kashmir Valley. Back in a moment on Ground Zero Srinagar. Elections in Jammu and Kashmir mean different things for different interest groups. For the mainstream political parties, it's a chance to grab power. For militant groups, on the other hand, it's a chance to exhibit their power through a bullet. For separatist groups, on the other hand, it's an opportunity to once again reflect their commitment to the concept of Azadi. The separatist leaders are all under house arrest, but the separatist sentiment still echoes, particularly in areas like this, Mysuma in downtown Srinagar, the gud or the base of leaders like Yasin Malik. Last time, polling here was less than 10%. Poll boycott is the weapon which is used in areas like Mysuma even today. Why don't you have faith in the election? Why are you going for a poll boycott? Why do you not want elections?
Election for what? What for what? You are talking for last 6 years.
Choose your government. Choose your government.
No.
You get your government in Srinagar.
No.
You don't want the government.
No.
Why?
What for? Why not carry resolution for these 60 years? No, please tell me what happened. No. But please tell me.
My-
I am sure that you are not going to show it on TV.
I am going to show what you said on TV.
No, this part of you.
I will show this part as well. You can be assured
will
about
see.
that. Hi everybody. Welcome. Hi. कैसे हैं भाई साहब? बिल्कुल ठीक. ये बताइए, इस बार चुनाव से कोई असर होगा या लोग अभी भी बॉयकॉट करना चाहते हैं?
जी, हम अभी भी बाइकआउट के सिलसिले पे चलना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि जो यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट है वो लोगों के साथ कुछ ताउन नहीं करती है. सब ये करप्ट पीपल है, सभी जो गवर्नमेंट है यहाँ पर.
अभी बताओ, 70% वोटिंग हुई थी, तो उसका क्या मतलब है? यानी लोग चाहते हैं कि इलेक्शन हो.
वो तो किसी ने देखा नहीं, हम में से किसी ने देखा नहीं 70% वोट. वो तो आप लोगों ने, मीडिया ने बोला.
आप जाके वोट क्यों नहीं देती?
नहीं, हम किसी को नहीं वोट देंगे.
किसी को वोट नहीं देंगे.
जब कोई हेल्प मिली ही नहीं तो सरकार का फायदा क्या है?
सेपरेटिस्ट लीडर चुनाव क्यों नहीं लड़ते?
वो कैसे लड़ेंगे सर?
इलेक्शन लड़ लो, जीत जाओ और फिर
नहीं होता है ना कि हमें हम इलेक्शन चाहते हैं. वो इलेक्शन जो बैनुल अक़वामी जितात होंगे इलेक्शन, उस इलेक्शन के साथ हैं हम.
तो आप चाहते हैं जो इलेक्शन जो आपके स्ट्रगल के साथ जुड़ा हुआ, आप नहीं पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे इलेक्शन में? आपको नहीं लगता है कि इलेक्शन से कुछ फर्क पड़ता है? कुछ नहीं फर्क है.
इलेक्शन खत्म होगा, उसके बाद हमें कोई चेहरा नहीं दिखाएगा.
पोल बॉयकॉट चाहते हैं?
हम बोल बाइकआउट चाहते हैं यहाँ पर, क्योंकि हमारे साथ जुल्म हो रहा है. हमारे बच्चों को पकड़ा जा रहा है, शहीद होते जा रहे हैं, फेक एनकाउंटर्स होते हैं यहाँ पे.
वोट इसलिए डालते कि अभी बाढ़ आ गई हमें, तो हमें कोई प्रॉफिट मिलना चाहिए. जो हमारा नुकसान हो गया वो मिलना चाहिए, वो मिला ही नहीं, तो हम क्यों वोट डालें? आप देखिए यहाँ पे कितने सारे घर खत्म हो गए. बोलिए गवर्नमेंट ने क्या किया हमारे लिए?
Elections have been shadowed by floods and the damage that the floods have done to several parts of the city. So flood rehabilitation is as much a concern as who will form the next government here in Srinagar. पूरा सब डैमेज हो गया
जी, पूरा का पूरा इलाका डैमेज है. ये
आपका घर एक बार फिर बनाना पड़ेगा.
से बनती है 12.5.
12,500 से नहीं बन पाएगा घर.
बन पाएगा.
कितने फैमिलीज रहते थे यहाँ?
5 फैमिली रहते हैं.
अभी तक कितना पैसा मिला आपको गवर्नमेंट? 600. Bas 12,600. So here the claim is that this house, which has been completely demolished as a result of the floods, 5 families they say stay here. Total amount that they've got in rehabilitation is 12,600 rupees. That's what the locals are claiming here.
ये पे आमद सॉरी आज दिख हम
तो आप सकते कहाँ हैं?
आज दिख हम 12,500
अच्छा rented house लिया है. As you can see, this is reflective of an area which feels neglected, and perhaps the sense of alienation that the people of Maisuma have towards the Indian state has been heightened in a sense by the floods, because they claim that they haven't got enough compensation. Right? Compensation नहीं मिला ना आपको? हाँ, not
कहाँ मिला हमारे पास कुछ नहीं ना मिला कुछ भी नहीं ना टेंट ना कोई रिलीफ ना कोई पैसे मिला 75 मगर उसने वापस वो लिया चेक किया बंद.
This is, as I said, a separatist stronghold. They believe that the only answer to their problems is their notion of freedom or azadi, and the elections will make no difference. So the poll boycott will continue in places like Maisuma. But there are some winds of change that are also taking place in the Kashmir Valley. As we go across, we will find for the first time a lotus is blooming in the valley. Let's go and see how the lotus is blooming in the Kashmir Valley this time. This is your area?
Yeah, my area, my constituency, my birthplace.
X factors of this election, because the idea of a BJP candidate high profile contesting in Srinagar was unknown. What has driven you to contest an election from a party which has until now had no presence in the valley?
A challenge. Kashmir has suffered really badly. Everybody is wounded. And the only sigh of relief I can see, the only healing touch a party can bring, that is BJP. I have been affiliated with National Conference, seen Congress working, PDP working, but I have not seen in all these years since I have grown any change, any developmental change or any healing touch from any of the parties.
So have you joined the BJP or Narendra Modi? Because I often wonder whether it is Narendra Modi which has made people like you attracted to the BJP.
Definitely. I have really high regards for Prime Minister Modi ji. He's so determined and confident about whatever he says, he does that. And he's really sensitive about all the sensitive issues of Kashmir.
Including Article 370?
Including Article 370.
I mean, I'm going to raise it for the simple reason that Jitendra Singh, Minister of State for Home, who could well become Chief Minister if a BJP government came, has said that Article 370 must go. You have been quoted as saying that if Article 370 is scrapped, you will take the gun. I want clarity.
Okay.
Is Article 370 on your agenda or not?
See, I would like to clarify it on your channel that Prime Minister himself has been saying that we'll have a debate. We'll see what are the merits and demerits of keeping and scrapping Article 370. Kashmiris will be involved in this.
The BJP says one thing in Jammu and one thing in Srinagar. In Srinagar, Prime Minister is silent on Article 370. Yeah. In Jammu, the BJP says Article 370 must go.
Everybody has their own point of view. Everybody has to, and especially Bharatiya Janata Party has given rights to every individual. They are not keeping their candidates or their workers as a puppets, as other parties do. So everybody has their individual right. It's a democracy, we can speak anything, what is in favor of Kashmir, what is in favor of country. And if the Prime Minister himself is saying that he just wants to have an argument, discussion, debate about Article 370, so please take that.
But if that debate results in the scrapping, will you, as you said earlier, take up arms, leave the BJP? No, let's be clear.
Yeah, it's very clear. So, I've already picked up a big gun, that is BJP gun. So I am into this election as a Kashmiri Muslim, the first candidate who was declared from Bharatiya Janata Party. So it's a big thing.
So you've taken up the big gun already called BJP. Yeah. And you will give up that gun if they scrap Article 370?
I will not give up because I'm very sure about my party and the intentions for Kashmir.
The general feeling is that yes, the BJP is growing a bit, but you're not going to win a seat here in the valley.
No, it is a threat, only threat to the political parties. We have already, in a very short time, we have really grown. if you take Congress, they still don't have the candidates for the elections to contest, and BJP is contesting on almost all the seats, and will make the government. We're so sure about that.
And Omar, and what is your view of Omar Abdullah, of Mehbooba Mufti? They say that they are the local rooted leaders. They say that
I can't
because your father was in the NC,
Definitely.
in the Congress. It's almost like you've taken a big gun, which your family also, in a sense, would perhaps have never really thought about.
Definitely. Not even a Kashmiri right now, few months back, would have thought of BJP coming into Kashmir. But people have accepted BJP very openly.
Tell me one thing. Do you feel sometimes that Kashmiri Muslims today see you as someone who's betraying them?
I know few people must have got this idea about betraying, but soon they'll realize their idea was wrong. And majority of people every day I'm meeting door to door, general meetings, they're really saying like if something will be done, especially after the floods. Right now the major issue here is floods.
Yes.
What business is gone, houses are gone, and they have only hope that because of the Modi ji, his governance, his government, that can only uplift Kashmir and uplift Kashmiris.
So you believe that the lotus will bloom one day in the Dal?
In the Dal, not in the Jhelum also.
Jhelum and the Dal, one day
And the Dal, yeah.
and the lotus will bloom. Okay, all the best. We will see whether the lotus does bloom or not.
Inshallah.
Either way, we wish you well. It's about 7 p.m. here in Srinagar. Darkness is completely set in. It's winter, after all, in the Kashmir Valley. It's also probably winter for the Omar Abdullah government, and darkness may well be setting in for the national conference because anti-incumbency appears to be the flavor of the season. I hesitate though to predict which party will get how many seats and who will be the next chief minister of Jammu and Kashmir. What I am willing to predict is the best place for a good Kashmiri goshtaba. If you're in Srinagar, you have to go to Adu's for dinner. Let's take you for some goshtaba.